Hello, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about Showbie. We're going to be going over a couple features and showing you how to do some stuff. So Showbie is an online platform that allows students to easily access work, given built-in accommodations, and you can access it from home, school, and it's in a very simple format. So also grading is easy, and parents can access to see their students' progress. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to walk you through logging in. Once you've created an account, you should create the account with your Prince William County Schools login so that when you get in, everything will be linked to your Prince William County page and the students can access it too. So we're just going to show you how to quickly log in. And then we're also going to show you how to set up a class. So once you are in, it looks like this. And there is a little wrench over here in the top left-hand corner. So you go to that, you click on it, and you'll click on new class. Once you are in that, then you can name your class whatever you want. As you could see before I clicked on that, Bill has some of his learning strategies and his history classes already in there because we're using his account. But you can, create as many classes as you want. So I'm just going to name this Stephanie's Class 2 because I created one before this, and I'll show you in a second why. So also, Bill doesn't normally include this in his portfolio, so he toggles that off. And you also do want to allow the parents to have access because you want to see them, or you want to show them what their kids are doing, or if they question anything, you can show them what they haven't completed, and you can direct them straight to Showbie. So once you've done all those things, there's also a class code right here. You don't necessarily need to write it down because it will stay on the side over here, just like you can see down here in learning strategies. The class code is right there, so you can have access to that to give it to your students, and that's how they will join your class. So we're going to save this. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pretend that this one is the one that we just created. So we're going to go to Stephanie's class. And once you've assigned the students, once you've created your classroom, then you can give the students their classroom code. And you want them to sign in with their Prince William County Schools login and information so there's not too much, too many passwords floating around or anything like that. So we need to pull up where we're...
Okay, so once you get in and you want to start assigning classes, so we switched to this other class we'd already set up because we added a couple students into it. The students are Jerome Bettis and Stephanie Caparola. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to archive this assignment and show you guys how to make a new assignment. And when you archive an assignment, you can pull that back up whenever you need, even 2-3 years from now, they're all saved, backed up. So the first thing you want to do to create an assignment, as you can see, there's no students listed here. Once you create your assignment, you will be able to see your students. So I'm going to click on the wrench. The wrench is going to be like your key to everything here. So once I click on the wrench, I have access to adding a new assignment, making a folder. So say you want to put work for Unit 1, Unit 2, you can click on a folder, you can pick a color, you can name it. I'll show you that, guys, here in a little bit. Once you can manage your class members from here. I don't know why that arrow got real big. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click New Assignment. I'm going to give it a name. So we're going to say Stephanie's First Assignment, if I can spell. Okay, so the assignment's created. So now I'm going to click in here. I can see my 2 students. I can do one of 2 things here. I can assign one assignment to the entire class by clicking on shared items, or I can assign an assignment to an individual student by just clicking on their name. Now, if I clicked on Jerome and I hit this plus sign, whatever assignment I give them would go straight to him. But for our purposes now, I'm going to assign it to the whole class. So I'm going to click on shared items. I'm going to go to the plus sign. Now here it's going to give me some options to add an assignment. I can go to add computer, OneDrive, add from Drive, that's your Google Drive, or I could add it from my OneDrive. For this first assignment, I'm going to add it from my OneDrive and show you guys how easy it is if you use OneDrive at work to save a lot of your stuff, which I save everything through OneDrive. So I click on my OneDrive account, and since I'm linked, that's my email. It's going to take me straight into here. I'm going to click on history material. I'm going to pick a unit, let's say 3. Let's pick this worksheet here. So we'll pick this one. It'll load it. There's my assignment. And if I click on the students, you can see it's under each of their names. Once a student clicks on the worksheet, this is what it looks like. They can zoom in and zoom out to do their work. Steph's going to go ahead and give you guys some of the features that you see up here on what they can do for the assignment, and you guys will see how easy this actually is.
Right. So a lot of Bill's class does it on the iPad, but you can do it on the computer as well. But up here you have the stylus, so they can choose, the different, what would you call that? Colors and the sizes of what they would want to use to write with. So you can write like that. Also, if this was something to do, like if this had a reading portion to it where it was a read and answer, you could go through, you can use the highlighter tool. That way they can go back. And remember, this doesn't affect anything anybody else is doing, just their stuff. So it's really nice. Also the eraser tool. So if they don't like something, go back, erase it. Also, there is this tool where it's the voice record, right? This is the voice record.
That's not voice record. This is your note. So if you want to give feedback to a certain point, if you click on the document, just one click.
Oh, okay.
Then you can write a comment to, or like say Steph wanted to, on letter B, say this answer is, you're close, but maybe you should look here.
This is stupid.
Then you could, now see she's given that, you can click on the C, you hit save. You click on that C and she can move it anywhere she wants. All right, so now if she wants, hit cancel. If she wants this to go to minimize so it's not in the way, she clicks that C again and it minimizes it. And then the student, when they're doing the work, if that's in their way, they can actually slide that out of the way and type. But because of where it was originally placed, they'll know what she wanted to say to them on that specific item.
Okay. So I got ahead of myself. This, oh my goodness. This one up here is the voice record and pin answers.
Right, this one is voice record, which our browser doesn't support for whatever reason, since we're on a Mac right now. So the voice record, basically I've used this to, we had students that needed read alouds, needed the questions read to them. So it works just like this C. So when you hit the voice record, you'll have a little bubble like that, and you can put that wherever you want it to read. And once they click that, it reads your voice. So you can literally put a recording, like a play button, by anything you want it to read, and they can go ahead and read that. One other thing we forgot to mention with the pen, say the space is real little, like, they're a big writer. If they zoom in on the question, and when they write on it, right, doesn't matter how big they write on that spot, when they zoom out, it'll be sized to stay in that spot. So if you've got a large writer, just have them zoom in, right, and then when they zoom out, it fits. The last feature that is on here is the text to type. So when the box is blue, so what you do to use this text to type is you click on the T, click anywhere on the page. You'll get this blue box. When it's blue, it's when you can type. When it's white and clear like this, that's when you can move it. So if I'm going to type an answer here, I can say, today is Friday.
And this tool right here is actually really nice for students who do not have good handwriting but are willing to type. This is just one of those built-in accommodations that we talked about earlier.
Right. So now I want to move this. Say I want to put this answer down here on number 3. I typed it here in the middle of the screen. The box is white. It's clear, so it's able to be moved. So I can take it and put it wherever I want to put it. Click off of it, and the answer's there. If I'm like, I messed up, I want to edit it, I just click the T again, click back on it, and then I'm able to click back in the box. Once it turns blue, it's able to be edited. And then when I'm done, click off, and it's done. Also with the text, you see this drop down arrow. The kids can change their colors. They can center, put it to the left, to the right. They can change the size of the font. You can't change what type of font, but you can change the size. The kids in the class tend to use this feature the more. They're much better at typing than a lot of times than I am. So this is a feature that they enjoy and they like it better than handwriting, especially the kids that are struggling with their handwriting, like Steph previously said. Also down here, this worksheet has more than one page. So at the bottom, you can see it's got 1 of 4. So it tells the kids there's 4 pages. I can go through by clicking the arrow. I can also, on the Windows, on the iPad, it'll give you an option. You can see, when you scroll over this, you can see all of them. You can pick which one you want to go to. But I can scroll through each page and see, this lets them see how many pages are in the worksheet. When you're done and you want to grade their work,
when they're done and they want to submit it, right?
Once they hit done, it auto saves their work. So anything I put in here for Jerome Bettis, it's saved.
So he can go back. Jerome could go back and work on this. He
Right.
could work on part of it, and then he could go back again, and it doesn't submit it until he clicks.
Well, it's done. So what I can do, so when I come into my class, I click on this, I see this red circle tells me Jerome's opened the assignment. So when I click on it, I can check and see if Jerome's finished it. He hasn't. So I know not to grade it yet, or that he still needs more time. Okay? So once he does finish it and I want to grade it, he's already saved it, he submitted it. I want to hit this check mark. So you can do your grading a couple ways. You can say, oh, he got 35 out of 40 correct. You can give them a comment if you want. You did really well today. And you hit save. So now when I hit done, that saves my work. You can see my comment here. The kids can comment back to me here, and this is when they comment here, I get an email to my email, notify me that they commented. So if I'm not in Showbie, I know that they had a question or a comment. The grade shows up here. So you can do it the 35 out of 40 like I did here, or you can do a percentage. And a lot of times I'll just do the percentage. So here I'll put 95%, you hit save, you hit done, and then the grade shows up here. So Stephanie, she's not a very good student. She got a 35% because she's lazy. So when I come into my class, I can see all my grades here. So when I go to put grades in the grade book, it's bam, everything's right there. It's really simple.
Right. And I know you had talked about too, when you were doing the grading, you can actually directly write on their assignments once they're done.
Right. So these annotations that we made here are what we're doing. So I could put on here like how I wrote hi. That's going to show up on there. So if I would have said that, you didn't do very well, I could zoom in and say, check this answer. I'm writing with a mouse, so my handwriting's bad. And that'll come up on there, but they can't erase what you put on there. Just like you can't erase what they wrote. So you can annotate over. They can see what you said. You can give them instant feedback, which is really nice too.
Right.
And when using the iPad, Siri allows them to do text-to-speech in that text box I showed you. And some of the kids will use that where they'll text it to Showbie and Showbie will type out what they're wanting to type.
All right. So we hope that this helps because this is kind of just a very quick overview, but I know when they're really long, we lose a lot of people. So if you have any questions, please feel free to, contact us and we can help you to get things set up if you need to. But basically, once you get all that stuff set up, that really is the gist of the whole program, which is why I know Bill likes it so much, is because it is easy. And we're also going to link later how to cut some PDFs, because I know some PDFs come with the answer key attached to them. And I know that was one of my reasons why I didn't use it right away, because I wasn't proficient on how to cut the PDFs apart. So But for today, we are going to be done with this.